Well, the preacher went out a-walking, it was on one Sunday morn. Of course, it was against his religion, but he took his gun along. Well, he shot himself some mighty fine quail and one little measly hare. But on his way returning home, he met a great big grizzly bear. Now the bear sat down in the middle of the road, just as mean as he could be. And the preacher, he commenced to shaking, and he climbed up a persimmon tree. Well, he rolled his eyes and he shook his head and he opened up his mouth. And when that preacher began to pray, you could hear him for miles about. Oh, Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, and Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, so the good book do declare. But Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sakes, don't you help that bear. Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sakes, don't you help that bear. Now the bear began to climb that tree, and that made the preacher sore. The preacher climbed still higher, till he couldn't climb no more. Well, just about then this limb give way, and they both come a-tumbling down. And when that preacher hit the ground, you could hear him for miles around. He was praying real fast, because the bear was dropping on top of him. Oh, Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, and Jonah from the belly of the whale, and the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, so they go back to declare. But Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, goodness sakes, don't you help that bear. The bear landed on top of him. They fought all the way down to the river. It was a terrible fight. That bear was really laying it on, but well, preacher was doing all right. 3 times down, down in the water, and then the bear got loose and limped away. When the preacher pulled himself from the mud, these are the words he did say. Oh, Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, and Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then. Now, Lord, it may not seem like much from where you sit up there, but the hardest job I've ever done was baptizing that bear. That's the story of the preacher and the bear.